How do environmental factors trigger epilepsy seizures? Imagine your brain as a busy city that relies on smooth traffic flow. Sometimes, external factors can cause disruptions, leading to traffic jams. In epilepsy, certain environmental factors can act like those disruptions, making seizures more likely. While not everyone is affected the same way, understanding these triggers helps people with epilepsy manage their condition better. Environmental triggers are things outside your body that can influence your brain's activity. They don't cause epilepsy by themselves but can lower the seizure threshold, which is the point where a seizure might happen. For some, these triggers are like warning signs that a seizure could occur. Common triggers include air pollution, pesticides, and extreme temperatures. These factors can affect the brain through processes like inflammation or oxidative stress, which are linked to seizure activity. Long-term exposure to air pollution, especially fine particles and ozone, has been associated with an increased risk of developing epilepsy. These pollutants can cause inflammation in the brain and damage cells, which might make seizures more likely. People living in areas with high pollution levels should be aware of this and consider measures like using air purifiers or staying indoors on days with poor air quality. Pesticides are another environmental factor linked to seizures, especially for those working in agriculture or exposed to chemicals regularly. Pesticides can be neurotoxic, meaning they can damage nerve cells and potentially trigger seizures or worsen existing epilepsy. Extreme temperatures also play a role. Very hot or very cold weather can stress the body and brain, possibly leading to seizures. For example, heat waves can cause dehydration and heat exhaustion, which may lower the seizure threshold. Conversely, cold weather can lead to physiological stress and changes in brain activity. These temperature-related triggers are especially relevant for vulnerable groups, such as children or older adults. Scientists are actively researching how these environmental factors influence seizure activity at the molecular level. They believe that pollutants and pesticides may increase inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain, which can promote seizure activity. Some pollutants might also interfere with how the brain manages iron and antioxidants, further affecting seizure control. It's important to remember that not everyone exposed to these environmental factors will have seizures. Genetics, overall health, and individual sensitivity all influence how someone might react. Keeping a seizure diary can help identify personal triggers. For example, tracking days with high pollution or extreme weather and noting any changes in seizure patterns can be very helpful. Managing environmental triggers involves practical steps. Staying indoors during days with high air pollution, using air purifiers, avoiding areas where pesticides are applied, and taking precautions during extreme weather are all useful strategies. But always discuss these steps with your healthcare provider to ensure they fit your overall treatment plan. Remember, environmental management complements but does not replace prescribed medical treatments like medication and regular checkups. While environmental factors are important, they are just one part of the bigger picture in epilepsy care. Proper medical management, including accurate diagnosis and appropriate medication, remains essential. If you suspect environmental triggers affect your seizures, consult your healthcare team for personalized advice. By understanding and minimizing exposure to these triggers, many people find they can better control their seizures and improve their quality of life. Ongoing research continues to uncover how these external factors influence epilepsy, promising even more tailored strategies in the future.